Hello, folks. Welcome back to Speaking from the Heart series. Now, if you're new here, I'm thrilled you've joined us for this fourth episode. Hi, I'm Richard Fontenay, and we'll be discussing the beautiful and powerful topic of gratitude. Just as a quick reminder, our Wednesday podcasts are more about logic and strategies. The real head stuff. But this series is all about the heart. So grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's talk about how gratitude can transform not only our personal lives, but also our work and our business environment. Gratitude is one of those practices that sounds simple, but its impact can be enormous. And whether it's a heartfelt thank you to a colleague or taking a moment to reflect on the good things in your life. I'm reminded of a stone thrown into a puddle or a lake. It causes a ripple effect that goes on and on. Now, practicing gratitude has a ripple effect too. It extends beyond the moment of a simple thank you. When we bring gratitude into our lives, and whether in business, work, or personal relationships, it shifts our mindset and the energy that we share with others. Today, I'm going to share a couple of inspiring stories to show you how gratitude works in different settings and how you can easily practice it every day. Now, gratitude isn't limited to personal interactions or quiet reflections. It has a place in our boardrooms, workspaces, and everyday interactions. Expressing thanks builds stronger connections, increases motivation, and creates a more positive environment. Now, gratitude is deeply rooted in gospel teachings, where it is seen as a fundamental principle of faith and humility. In a Christian context, and I must say in other faith communities as well, gratitude is not just an act, but a way of life that acknowledges the blessings we receive and recognizes their source. Now, gospel teachings encourages us to give thanks in all circumstances. In the first book of Thessalonians, as an example, Paul teaches, "Be at peace among yourselves." And this is what we ask you to do, brothers and sisters, and that's my editorial. Give courage to those who are apprehensive, care for the weak, and be patient with everyone. Make sure that people do not try to take revenge. You must all think of what is best for each other and for the community. And for all things, give thanks to God. Now here Paul reminds us that gratitude can lead to greater joy and peace. Now this perspective helps cultivate a spirit of generosity and compassion, encouraging us to extend our gratitude toward others and toward our God. By integrating gratitude into our lives, we align ourselves with those teachings of the Gospels and enhance our relationships and foster a more loving and supportive community. Now, as I reflect on this teaching of gratitude, love, generosity, and compassion, I think about the inherent dignity of each of us, no matter who we are or where we come from, and how we are responding to the complicated issues within our respective communities and society as a whole. I wonder if we are strengthening our communities in a more loving and supportive way, or if we are forgetting the dignity of each other and leaving out the importance of our hearts. For it is in the heart where gratitude, love, generosity, and compassion find their home. Now let's examine something a bit more specific in our workplaces and lives. First, let's consider how gratitude transformed a business environment. Sarah was a marketing director. She was a marketing director in a mid-sized retail company, and she noticed her team was feeling burned out. Meetings were tense, and the creative energy seemed missing. And so she decided to introduce something small, but very powerful. A moment of gratitude at the start of each team meeting. Now, each person would take about 30 seconds to share one thing they were grateful for, whether related to their work or their personal life. It was awkward at first, but over time, the atmosphere changed. People started smiling more, communication opened up, and collaboration improved. And Sarah's team not only became more productive, but also more engaged. Now, the simple act of acknowledging a sense of appreciation helped shift the team's focus from stress towards gratitude, and in the end, boosting morale and creativity. Now let me tell you a story about John. John was a father of two who worked long hours in construction. His job was demanding, and he was often too tired to engage with his kids when he got home. One day, his youngest son handed him a hand-drawn card and said, "Thank you, Daddy, for working so hard." Now, John was overwhelmed by this simple gesture, and it made him realize how much he had to be thankful for, even on his most toughest of days. Now, he began expressing gratitude more openly at home, thanked his wife and kids for the little things that they were doing, and started focusing on the joy they brought him. That simple shift made his home life richer, and he was more connected, and even reduced some of the stress that he was carrying with him from his work. These stories show that gratitude is a game changer. Whether you're in a meeting room or sitting in your kitchen table. And the best part? Well, practicing gratitude doesn't take much time or effort, but it makes a huge difference. So, how can we start practicing gratitude in our everyday routine? Well, here are three simple ideas. Create a gratitude journal. We could take 5 minutes at the start, at the end of each day, to write down 3 things for which we are grateful. They can be big or small, but the key is consistency. And this practice helps train our brains to focus on the positive and making us more resilient and compassionate to the challenges that we are facing. Secondly, we can make it a habit to thank people verbally. Now, whether it's your team at work, a colleague, or even a stranger who held the door open for you. Sometimes we think about the good things people do for us, but we don't always say it out loud. And thirdly, we can express gratitude in our emails and notes. We can send a quick thank you email or leave a sticky note for someone who has helped us. It can be as simple as thanking a colleague for their support on a project, or acknowledging a mentor's guidance. Now, these small actions build stronger relationships, and they build trust. I hope you found today's discussion on gratitude both uplifting and practical. And now, if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And that way you won't miss out on future heart-centered topics, just like this one. And by the way, you may also want to listen to our other podcasts on Wednesday and Friday. I've provided the links below. Now, before we wrap up, I want to give you a heads up about our next episode on Speaking from the Heart. We will focus on another important subject: forgiveness. We'll explore how forgiveness can free up emotional space and strengthen our personal and professional relationships. Now, thanks for joining me today. Until next time, keep speaking from the heart. I'm Richard Fontenay, signing off for now. See you next time.